How are we tonight? How are we tonight? I hope we are all well. Lots and lots of you are in the house already. Brilliant. Really good to see. A couple of shout outs while I was starting. Big up Jen. Big up Gary. Big up Luke. Big up Scottish Bear. Hope you're well. Big up James. Big up Andrew. Big up Mr. Wah. Big up Harrison. Great to have you all in. I was on Mo's show earlier. If you didn't check it out, I didn't really get to talk much about Liverpool, to be honest. We ended up just having this massive ranty talk about Arsenal and Chelsea and every other team but Liverpool, which was weird. But sometimes you just go off on tangents like that. Also, big up Joshua. Big up the greatest white lies. Big up Aliez. Hope you are well. Big up Colin. Loads and loads of you in the house. Great to have you all on board. I'm going to do a quick hour. I normally go over, but I'm going to try and do an hour. Also, I want to say a big thank you to all the members that have joined. I'm now over 20 members, which is fantastic. So I will be posting another video. Also, big up Bruno. Hope you are well, mate. Big up YNWA. Good to have you in. I'll be posting up a video this week. Maybe tomorrow, maybe day after. I might do it just for the weekend. So that'll be another video of my behind the scenes day out at Liverpool. As you can see, I had the pitch to myself. So yeah, it was a great day, and I'll post up another video about that, which I hope you enjoy. Also, big up Paul. Wanted to go into a little bit more stuff about Liverpool at the moment. Obviously, Curtis Jones played for England. England were terrible. Do not blame Curtis Jones for England being terrible. Like, under this manager, I genuinely can see. I can genuinely see how it went with Fabio Capello. Like, players don't look happy. Players don't look like they want to play. It really doesn't bode well for England. The amount of attackers we have that are quality players who just look useless in that England team with no direction. I watch it and it's like, if it's not Harry Kane and Jude Bellingham, then it's nothing. Like, it's literally nothing. If it's not Harry Kane or Jude Bellingham, then I have no idea what England are going to do, which is just weird with the amount of attack and flair which we've got. Obviously, we got beat by Senegal, and we could have easily been beaten by Andorra, who live in the mountains. Just let that one sink in. Big up Tasfair, also big up Essex Red. Big up Scrupulous Pip. Anyone else in? No. Okay. What was crazy yesterday is I went on Coppish for about an hour and we had this massive celebration, like, about Florian Wirtz, like, signing this incredible player, and like Matt was wearing a wife beater. Cal came on dressed as a ninja. Like, it was like the Karate Kid. Like, it was just wild. It was hilarious. If you haven't gone and checked it out, definitely check it out. And then we find out the next day the deal's not done, and there's a lot of media that are trying to backtrack it. Big up Shakes. Quite like saying that. Big up Shakes. Yeah. And yeah. Oh, and it was hilarious because Cal was like, the curse is lifted, and then we find out that he still hasn't signed. I'm sat there going, no, Cal. Cal, you peaked too early. Like, seriously, you peaked too early. Like, anyway, if you haven't gone and checked it out, please go and check it out. It was absolutely hilarious. Yeah, it looks like Dio's putting his reputation online for lying on that one. Anyway, I've got a couple of screen shares I want to show you. Big up Theo as well, and also big up Sir Oswald Fortitude. Sounds like a very regal name. If you haven't hit the like and subscribe, please do. Get it done early, please. All good. Helps with the algorithm. And also, if you like the tunes that I play at the start, you can find them in the description, so you can go and download them if you want. I got them off some website, but I have to give them credit, otherwise they'll copyright me. But they're cool tunes to start off a show with. I did try starting off a show with my own tunes because I make music, but I kept on getting copywritten by YouTube, by the label that I signed my music to, and I've disputed it over and over again, but they won't let me play my own music on my own show, which is wild, but they won't. So it is what it is. Also, big up Red Vision. I hope you are well, and muchas gracias for the memberships that everybody is using right now, mate. Big up. Okay, so let's get into it. So first of all, a bit of news is Wirtz is going to have a medical on Thursday. This is from a experienced football broker for SZ Sport. With this Wirtz situation, we need to be following the German media more than the UK media. The German media is a lot more in tune with what's going on. The UK media seems to be a week behind. They're a week behind. Like, the UK media were reporting about the third bid when we'd actually made a fourth bid. They were so far behind. They were talking about this £113 million bid, which had been made the week before, and we'd already made an £118 million bid, which sealed the deal. So German media is bang on. So go and search for German media. Have a look at Bild, have a look at Kicker, have a look at SZ Sport. There's a number of other media outlets in Germany which are reporting the right information. 100%. Hang on, where is it? 100%, German media is up to date. Yeah, they're also an hour ahead. It's a fair point. I don't know, but it was Sasha Tobolino, or whatever his name is, who said that he was supposed to be flying last night, which obviously ended up not being. But yeah, Sky Sports DE broke the news last night, so that's done. Like, look, all we need to know about this guy is, isn't he an Arsenal fan? Isn't he Arsenal? Like, why is he going to tell us the right stuff? He's Arsenal, isn't he? I just thought he was Arsenal or Chelsea. So we'll see. Yep, that's another one as well, Polo. That's another one. That's actually where I got the information about his wages from, by the way. Also, big up Daryl. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you are well. Okay, so that's the latest on medical information. So it does say, if not Wednesday, he'll have his medical on Thursday. So I haven't seen any stuff about today. Like, I've not seen any like anybody like tracking planes or anything like that today. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure that's going to happen today, but it's being reported tomorrow. So we'll see what happens with that. I think with the Joyce and the Ornstein one, I think Joyce and Ornstein just want to have things really like nailed down. Like, they want to know from a lot of sources that it's done, and it's coming from Germany. Like, everything's being leaked from the Bayer Leverkusen side, because basically Bayer Leverkusen want to get it done. Like, simple as that. You know, until we buy this guy, Bayer aren't being able to buy players really. Like, they haven't got a huge amount of money. Florin posted on Instagram, sooner playing. Okay, so he will be going soon then. I tell you what, I'm really excited about. You know, how is how are Liverpool going to deliver this, like media-wise? Like Mo Salah was like on a throne. Like, you know what I mean? Like Virgil van Dijk was in like a library with like, you know, the whole media, the whole way it was done by the media was just really, really classy, really top-notch stuff. Like, what's going to happen with him? Is he going to come flying in on with wings? Like he's going to come off the Kenny Dalglish stand on some wires on wings into the middle of the park, to the middle of the pitch, and like put a ball in the top corner, and it's like Flo's arrived or something like that. Like, how's that going to work? Like, I just think it's going to be really exciting. Like how we're gonna deliver this one, and also it's the fact that he's the face of Adidas, who's going to be our sponsor. Like he is like literally the face of Adidas. Like we could not have got a more prominent feature and prominent player for Adidas than a German guy who's just won the Bundesliga Player of the Season 2 years in a row, and he's the main guy and the main face for Adidas. And we are literally about to move from Nike and to go to Adidas. Like, talk about getting the right person for your club for marketing purposes and to basically push the brand Adidas onto another level. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they made a Wirtz tracksuit. I wouldn't be surprised if they created a Wirtz fashion like role. Like, you know, you can buy like Wirtz boots, you can buy the bottoms, the top. Like that would just be absolutely sensational. Like that's just genius stuff. And this is why we've got the adults back in the room. We've got the adults back in the room because they probably sat there talking about players, and you've got Edwards going, "Oh, hang on a minute, Wirtz, German, Adidas, their top player, just won Bundesliga Player of the Year. What do you think of that one, Slot? Yeah, he sounds like a great player. I'd love him in my team. Let's go and get it done. Let's go and get it done." Honestly, also Frimpong. Frimpong is also the face of New Balance, our previous sponsor. Honestly, like, talk about doing it right. Doing it right. Doing it the right way. Honestly, we do not mess around. Liverpool do not mess around right now. Honestly, or maybe it'd just be a guy eating a schnitzel, or a bratwurst, or a currywurst. Maybe that's how they do it. Nice and easy. Just stood there eating a currywurst. You know, yeah, Wirtz with a bit of curry ketchup on there. Maybe, I don't know. I used to live in Germany. Like I like the German food. Pretty good. Like maybe that's how they do it. Just Wirtz with a currywurst. We're a currywurst. I love it. Brilliant. Oh, that is sick. Oh man, the 88 kit was sensation. You know what, Polo? I'm going to bring up the 88 kit now. Actually, should we do a little nostalgic look at the old LFC Adidas kits? Oh man, should we have a look at some of the old kits? Shall we do that? Shall we do that? My God. Shall we get amongst this? Okay, which ones are we going to look at? Okay, have we got any votes on this one? One for hot, two for cold. What do we think of that one? I remember Dick Couch scoring a hat-trick at Manchester United with that one, I think. What about that one? Oh my God, that kit is stunning. That was a really nice kit, man. I really like that one. That was a banging kit, got to be honest. Have we got any green ones? We got any green kits? So that's like the rumored kit, by the way. Like I'm not saying that is the kit, but that's like the rumored kit for next season, that green one. Like I've seen a lot of stuff that's like talked about that green one. Like it's a nice kit. Like, oh man, do you remember that one? Oh, remember that one? Robbie Fowler scoring four or five goals against Fulham in that one, doing the goal line celebration. Remember that one? That was a lovely kit, that as well. What else have we got? What else have we got? Oh man, remember the Reebok? I forgot. You know what? I forgot that we actually had Reebok. I forgot we had Reebok as our kit sponsor. You know, like I've got that kit as well. That's the Champions League one. Like that was the Champions League 02 kit. Like I've got that one. I forgot it was with Reebok. Crazy, isn't it? Crazy when you forget like some of the kit sponsors you had. Yeah, look at that one. Sexy man. Sexy man. Sorry, we're all thinking the same. We're all thinking the same. Anyway, okay, I've done enough on the shirts. Let's get back to the news. Okay, so what have I put in the description? I put Wirtz done. Who's going? Ekitike next. Where shall we start? Shall we look at more stuff around Wirtz? Or should we look at other stuff? So we can bring this one up, which is 6 o'clock. After finalising the deal for Wirtz and after selling Darwin Núñez, you heard correctly. This is Bild. This is Germany. LFC could become serious about Hugo Ekitike. And where has Ekitike not ended up? Drum roll. Ekitike has not ended up at Chelsea. And also, who has Jamie Carragher talked about recently? I know we don't trust Jamie Carragher, but Jamie Carragher's been pretty correct about a lot of players. Like, he talked about Kerkez, he talked about Wirtz, he talked about Frimpong. He also talked about getting 10 million for Trent, by the way, Jamie Carragher, whether we love him or hate him. He said Liverpool should ask for 10 million for Trent, and we did. He's also talked about Núñez leaving. Jamie Carragher has said he sees Ekitike as the next Alexander Isak, and he sees Liverpool going for the next Isak and not the current Isak, who, let's be fair, is injury prone, and he's just had an operation. So the guy's injury prone. How do you all feel about us going for the next Alexander Isak? I know, it's wild, isn't it? Do you know what it means? Do you actually know what it means, James? You should Google what it means, because it's quite an interesting one, what Ekitike actually means. Is Ekitike the new Isak? Well, okay, so let's think about Ekitike. Yeah. Ekitike got sold to Paris Saint-Germain. Yeah. He went to Paris Saint-Germain as the next Mbappe. Like, he was the real deal. He banged a load of goals in France, and he was ready for a move to a bigger club. So Paris Saint-Germain took a gamble on him, and they bought him. Unfortunately, that was the time when Paris Saint-Germain had Neymar, Messi, and Mbappe. Like, how was Ekitike ever going to get in ahead of those three? Like, he just wasn't. He was, and they also had Dembele as well at one stage. Not Dembele. Who's the Argentine player? Is it Angal? Who's the Argentine winger? Was it Angal who played for PSG? Oh, anyway, he played for Manchester United. He was crap for Manchester United, but he's been good. Anyway, so they signed Ekitike, and Ekitike couldn't get in the team, and not a lot of people could get in that team. Remember. So then he went to Germany and tried to forage on his own. They had Cavani as well. You're right, actually. Di Maria, Engel Di Maria. There you go. I did say it right, but I just can't get the last bit right. Let me go on full screen. So yeah, so Angel Di Maria was there as well. Like, and they also had Cavani. Like, they had a lot of players when Ekitike was there. So he was never going to get in. He was only a kid. I think he was like 18 or 19 when he signed. So he went to Germany, and he went on a loan, scored a decent amount of goals, came back, and then was given his chance. And his first season, not so great, but didn't play a lot of games. But I think he scored like 6 or 7 goals in like 20 games, maybe 25 games. So he didn't have a fantastic first season. However, his second season, he's absolutely blown up. He's blown up. And he's got, 22 goals and 14 assists? He has a element of Alexander Isak at Real Sociedad before Newcastle signed him. I would like him to have another year in Germany on his own to prove that he can do it. But if we need to go for him, then we go for him. And you know what? I trust Hughes. I trust Edwards. They've literally just signed Florian Wirtz, who's the best number 10 in the world and the best player that Liverpool have ever signed in my lifetime. So if they want to go and splash 70 million on Ekitike with the money that they get for Darwin Núñez, fill your boots. Like, are we really complaining? Are we complaining if we signed Ekitike to replace Núñez? Put it in the chat. 1, you'd rather keep Núñez, or 2, we should upgrade him with Ekitike. I'm sorry, but I'm signing Ekitike all day long. All day long. Whether anyone thinks it's risky or not. And also, another thing about Ekitike, he doesn't get injured. He doesn't get injured. He's not got any injuries. Like, he's never had an injury, like a big injury. So he's not that guy. He's also 22 years old, and he's just broke into the French international team. I feel like his ceiling is higher than 70 million, and I feel like he could be the next Isak in 2 years' time, potentially. But you're putting Florian Wirtz in front of him, so maybe he can be Isak in a year's time. I don't know. But the interesting thing, which I want to mention, is all of the forwards that Liverpool have been linked with, none of them have moved clubs. Not one. Not one player has moved clubs. Alvarez is still there. Ekitike is still there. Victor Gyökeres is still there. Victor Osimhen is still there. Every single player is still at their current clubs. Even Brian and Mbeumo is still there. Every player. None of them have moved. And there's a reason why none of them have moved. Because they're all still waiting to see who wants to buy them. And Liverpool don't need to buy a striker right now. We're in no rush to buy a striker. The reason why we went for Wirtz is because there was loads of clubs after Wirtz. Loads of clubs were after Wirtz. So we pulled the trigger very quickly. Very quickly. And that's the reason why. And also, we went for Frimpong because we needed a boost after Trent walking out the door. So we went and signed a replacement on the same day. Trent announced he's leaving and he was going to Real Madrid, and we got 10 million. And then we just went and got Frimpong and announced him the next day. Like, we couldn't have done better business. Like, Frimpong will cost 29 million over 3 years, and we've already paid 10 million off, which was the money that we got for Trent. Done. And the 18 million we got for Queeve and Gallagher, that pays the rest of Frimpong off. You know, Liverpool don't mess around now. We're doing stuff. We're getting things done quickly. Like, we're getting things done quickly. Isak's had quite a lot of injuries, like, over the years, by the way. I just want to make that clear. Like, I don't think he's injury prone now, but then I didn't realize he was getting an operation at the end of the season. So that caught me by surprise. Anyway, a little bit more news. Players going out the door. Bayer Leverkusen want Gerald Quansah. Maybe Liverpool are trying to get some of their money back. And this is from David Ornstein, The Athletic. Quansah's valued at 40 million. And guess who's got a lot of money right now? Well, that'll be Bayer Leverkusen, because they've just got 118 million quid off us, and potentially another 10 for Frimpong. So potentially they've got 128 million burning a hole in their pocket, and we might want to go and get 40 million off them for Gerald Quansah. There's a lot of German clubs that are interested in Gerald Quansah, and I would not be surprised, and this isn't linked anywhere, this is just me talking, I would not be surprised if Bayern Munich came knocking for Gerald Quansah, because Kim Min-jae is going to Saudi Arabia. He wants to move to Saudi Arabia. This got announced last night, and I've got a link in here that explains it. So if Kim Min-jae goes to Saudi Arabia, remember Kim Min-jae's like nearly 29, and he's South Korean. Like, foreign players go to Saudi Arabia, like, it's just a thing they do. I would not be surprised if they were looking at Gerald Quansah to partner Jonathan Tah and Upamecano in that back three. That would make a lot of sense. I think Gerald Quansah would work really well in a back three. In a back two, he looks a bit vulnerable because he's still quite young. But you put him next to Upamecano, who's like 26, and also Jonathan Tah, who's like 28, 29, experienced. Gerald Quansah could have a really good career at Bayern Munich. And the fact that they've just had Eric Dyer, which means that they're fine with having English players. I mean, Michael Elise is pretty much English. And then you've also got Harry Kane. Quansah would fit in really well. I'm just saying, like, there's no rumours, by the way. I'm just saying that would be a very good transfer, I think. And I would not be surprised if Bayern Munich were looking at him. So Quansah, 40 million. Is anyone complaining with that? 40 million for a guy that cost us nothing. He is literally pure profit. I think we're selling him because Arne Slot doesn't want to play him. Like, unfortunately, if the manager doesn't want to play you, then I'm trusting what the manager does. And if we were going for Dean Huijsen, because if Dean Huijsen had chose Liverpool over Real Madrid, he'd be doing the Axeline. And him and Kirkez would be balling it at Liverpool. They just would. So we went all in for Dean Huijsen. We put 50 million bags, sat on the table. Like, it was literally put the fries in the bag, and then Real Madrid came in. And he went, I'm off to Real Madrid. It's my dream. Fine. He's Spanish. Like, the guy was Dutch and decided to play for Spain. That's how much he wants to be Spanish. Like, he was brought up in Spain. Like, it's fair play. Like, it's fair point. Like, he's allowed to make that choice. Also, big up the super chats. Big up Mark being a member. Wonderful. Great to have you on board, mate. And also big up Peter, 27. Great to have you on board. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll be posting another one in the next day or two. I'll just get my ass in gear and do that. And there'll be plenty more content that'll be going in the membership channel. I'm all new to this, so just bear with me. But what I will do though is I read out your messages, and I also give you a shout out, and treat you like a king, like Salah. Treat you like a king. Sell Quansah. Look, Quansah's been great. He's been a great player, but did anyone genuinely believe that Quansah was going to be a #1 Liverpool player, like under Slot? Did anyone genuinely believe that Arne Slot was going to like continue with Quansah as the first choice? Like, really? Did anyone really think that was going to happen? Like, he's tried him in dead rubber games, and he wasn't great. He's put him on the right. He's not been great. Like, he's been like he is. Like, he hasn't played a huge amount of games for Liverpool, and he had half a good season with Jurgen. We play different football now. We expect more of the defenders. We expect the defenders to pass the ball now. Like, it's not just give the ball to Virgil and Virgil pings a 60-yarder. That's not how Liverpool play anymore. We play possession football. We play intricate football. We don't go and try and win fires in the middle of the park now, which is the reason why Konate's like having to mold his game a bit differently. But 40 million is pure profit. And who do we get? That's the question. Who do we go and get to replace Quansah with 40 million quid? Because we may end up having to spend more. We may spend less. I don't know. Nalo had a shocker, didn't he? Do you remember that Ajax game? An absolute shocker. Got sent off, didn't he? If we get offered 40 million for Quansah, then I'm sorry, like, you know where the door is, mate. Like, that's just too much money. Like there's rumors that 40 million would get you Harvey Elliott. Like, what's that? Have you heard Galatasaray destroying the wage structure to sign Sane? I know, 300,000 a week they're offering Sane. It's crazy. That's crazy money from Turkey. Like, that is crazy money from Turkey. But if you're going to Turkey, then, I mean, let's be honest, like, you're just a mercenary, really, aren't you? Like Turkish fans are a bit nuts. Like, have a bad game there, and you probably get your car petrol bombed. Hato, well, you said it, and we might have agent Heitinger at Ajax now, so maybe we can get Hato a lot easier. Branthwaite's one. Chelsea looking at Branthwaite as well, by the way. De Winter. Ooh. Now you're talking Scottish. Now you're talking De Winter. Yeah. De Winter, De Summer, De Autumn. Yeah. All three of them. You said it, Justin. All three of those are candidates for me, 100%. Probably in the Diamonde, De Winter, Hato order for me. It's an interesting one. It is an interesting one. Do we require 2 replacements if Gomez and Quansah go? Because you also have to ask the question: does Quansah want to be a 4th choice backup? Like, does Quansah genuinely want to be 4th choice? Because that's what Quansah is. Like, if Gomez was fit, Gomez got picked. When Konate got injured in the Real Madrid game, who came in to replace Konate for like 2 months? It was Joe Gomez. And can we also say how good Gomez was when he came in? He came in completely out the blue, like out the cold, not played any time at all, wasn't put on the left, wasn't put on the right, came straight in, halfway through the season, bang, you're our centre-back. He was brilliant. He was absolutely brilliant. And then he got injured against Plymouth. And I also want to mention as well, because this got talked about a couple of times, that we kind of let ourselves down because we didn't try and win the FA Cup. I just want to make it clear, if we'd have gone full strength against Plymouth, guess who was in the Joe Gomez position when Joe Gomez got injured? Guess who would have been playing in that position against Plymouth? They put Gomez out for the whole season. Can you write in the chat, who would have been in Joe Gomez's position if we'd have gone full strength against Plymouth? Because it would have ruined our season. Malcolm, spot on, mate. VVD would have been in that position. He would have done his thigh in, and he would have been out for the rest of the season. And could we have won the league with Virgil van Dijk out at the back because he played in a pointless game against Plymouth away on their horrendous plastic pitch? That our coaching team went down and surveyed and came back and said to Arnie, I think it's a good idea you don't play your best players on this pitch. And that's the reason why Joey took one for the team, James. The reason why Joey took one for the team. Yeah, we ended up bringing on a youngster that got sent off. He was on the pitch for about 10 minutes. 100%. He didn't trust Quansah after that Ipswich game. Yeah, I know players get injured in training, but that would have been Virgil van Dijk out for the season. Like, we all know how that went, by the way. Yeah, it was PSV. You're right. I was wrong. It was PSV. He got sent off. Yeah, it was. It was PSV. Endo had a really good game in that Plymouth game, by the way. He's the only person who did. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so 40 million for Quansah. It's a good point, actually, Justin. We can actually go through a couple of these players while you put it up. So Elliott, 40 million. Quansah, 40 million. I think there's plenty of suitors. I do. I think there's plenty of clubs that would go for those two. Tyler Morton, I think there's plenty of teams that would go for Tyler Morton. I wouldn't be surprised if Tyler Morton ended up going back to Hull. Like, why not? Like, go back to the Championship. Like, Hull will probably bid a fair bit of money for you. Or maybe you could go into a team that's just been promoted, or I don't know, but I think Morton probably needs to move. Quansah, we've talked about Quansah. Kostas Tsimikas. What's really interesting is Lewis Steele did a live stream. I think it was yesterday evening or early evening. And I asked him a question in the chat. Like, I was the only one that did, like, who asked him about this player. But I asked him, I said, is Kostas going to get sold? And he said Kostas will be sold. Like, if Kirkez comes in, or when Kirkez comes in, Kostas will be sold. Because Andy Robertson's already done an interview saying, look, we're not daft. Like we know the Kirkez is coming, and I know that I've not been up to the ability to be able to play every game, and I'm getting older, and Liverpool wants someone who's eventually going to replace me. So if that's Kirkez, then maybe Robbo starts next season and Kirkez is back up, or maybe Kirkez starts and Robbo's back up. Either or, I'm not bothered. I'm really not bothered. Robbo had a decent season, like, fair play to him. But if Kirkez plays more next season, there's no space for Kostas. And I've got to be honest, every time Kostas came in, he just let us down. He did not deliver when he needed to. Like, you had the chance last season to be Robbo's replacement. Like, you really had the chance. Like, he gave you a number of opportunities to come in and go, you know what? I'm going to take this by the scruff of the neck and make this position my own. And he just didn't. He just didn't do it. So I think he'll be sold. I think he'll probably go to Leeds, you know, because there's rumours that Fair Pro, who's the left back, is wanted by Real Betis, who are the club who's his original club. So he wants to go back there because he's like 31 now, Junior Firpo. So I think Costas might go and replace him, which makes sense. It's a good point as well. Wolves will have an opening for him. Not Bournemouth, because Bournemouth have already signed their replacement, who's a good player, by the way. Like Bournemouth, everybody sat there going, "Oh, what are Bournemouth going to do? They've lost Dean Huijsen, they've lost Kirkes, they're going to lose Semenyo, they're potentially going to lose Zabani. Like, oh, what's going to happen to them? They haven't got a goalkeeper, like because Kepa's gone, and everyone's like, oh, what's going to happen to Bournemouth? Don't worry about Bournemouth. Bournemouth will sign brilliant players to replace those players, and then teams will want to buy those players next year. They have a system which works because Richard Hughes created that system. So they'll be fine. And they've already signed Truffert, who's a really good French left back. I think he's actually in the international team, like for like 14 million quid. 14 million quid. Like they're selling us a guy for 45 million and they're buying a guy for 14 million to replace him. And then in a year or two, he'll go for like 50 million to like PSG or Bayern Munich or someone like that. Like they'll be fine. They will be fine. Brighton have just bought an 18-year-old. Yeah, Brighton are all over it, mate. Like Brighton actually use an outsourcing company for their players to sign their players. Did you know that? Like Brighton use a data-driven organization, which is a separate company to Brighton, that they just get fed information on you should go and sign this player, you should go and sign that player, and then they just go and sign them. Like this isn't like it's not like the manager goes and tips up and watches them and stuff like that. Like they literally get fed the data and then they act on the data. I mean, that's how good they do it. Brighton have got like, I don't even know, like I think they've got about 40 players in their squad, and like 15 of them are on loan in like different pairing clubs that they've got across Europe and South America, and then they just bring them in after a year or two, and then you just start to see them flourish in their team, and you're like, where did he come from? Like, never seen him before. Like, and they just do it. Like, they're just so good at it. Like, they'll be fine. United have just signed a 16-year-old centre back from Southampton. Yep. Also, Bayer Leverkusen have just signed an 18-year-old player from PSG. Like, they're doing bits as well. Like all these teams, all just working along nicely. Like we've just signed a 20-year-old goalkeeper from a Hungarian team, like amateurs or Atletico or whatever they're called. He's going to be a great player. Like this is what we need to get back to doing. We need to get back to doing things like this. None. It's not happening. It's not happening. Yeah, he's a good player as well. Malik Doof. Yeah, I think Brighton are after him as well. By the way, I think Brighton might have had a bid turned down, or Crystal Palace. Either Crystal Palace or Brighton. I think they just want to have full confirmation from a multiple of sources. But the stuff from Germany, believe it, like it's done. I do. He came from Pushkas. Yeah, you're right. That's it, from Pushkas. Okay, so have I got any more bits for you? What else have I got? This one came from Fabrizio today, by the way. Just so we need to be on our toes a bit. After Arsenal-Chelsea call to be informed on Jarrell Hatto situation. So we might need to go quickly on this one. Like if we do want him as a centre back, we might have to go quickly on Hatto because the Wolves are circling and Arsenal and Chelsea are also looking at him. He'll choose us. Like that is a fact. He will choose Liverpool. Like I've got no doubt. Like he will choose Liverpool. Like he's been to Liverpool and he's also mates with what's her name? With Ryan Gravenberch. So we already know this happened. So Darwin Núñez actually turned down Al Hilal. So he wants to stay in Europe. I genuinely believe we're gonna move him on. He will go to another club. I think we're probably only going to get about 50 million for him, 55 million. I just don't see us getting the kind of money to recoup what we've paid, which was 77 million. I just don't see it. So he's turned down Saudi Arabia. He's still young. Like it's fair play to him. Like he's 25, isn't he? Like I think he'll be fine. He'll go to a European club, and he'll be fine. I'll bring up his details in a bit, mate. Okay. So that's the Darwin Núñez piece. So that was last night, actually. Florian Wirtz will fly in the next few hours for his medical. That was last night. Obviously, that didn't happen. So that was Pletty goal last night. They're all German, by the way. They're all German sources. That, I mean, let's be honest. Pletty Gold has been absolute fire with transfers lately, so I'm believing him. Like, so yeah, he said done deal, agreement in place, sorted, 118 million cash. By the way, 118 million cash, with 10 million euros. Sorry, with 10 million pound, 118 million cash, adding up to 126 million in total with add-ons. And the add-ons apparently were like winning the Ballon d'Or like twice or something crazy like that. Honestly, like they're really not achievable add-ons, but we put them in there in the last minute to bump the price up to get to the 126 million, which is 150 million euros, which is what they wanted. And I've also got to mention, he was never sold to us as 150 million euros. It was always 130 million euros. They bumped the extra 20 on in the last couple of weeks. Like they just did it. It is what it is. Like, look, at the end of the day, I think the player's worth 150 million quid. Never mind 118 million pounds, which I still think is a good deal for someone of this quality. Like, I just think it is. Like, in this day and age, the amount of money that's getting thrown around, like Jack Grealish went for 100 million. Like, this guy's worth 118 million. He just is. Like, he's done so much in such a short amount of time in his career already. And he is pivotal to how Bayer Leverkusen have been. And the fact that we wanted Bayer Leverkusen's manager before Slot, we already know what kind of player we're getting, because he would have fitted into Xabi Alonso's system at Liverpool seamlessly. So he's going to do the same with Slot. Like, just rivals, get over it. Like, it's done now. Get over it. It's done. So this was today. So Milos Kerkez, they've already signed the 19 million euro replacement for him in Truffert or whatever his name is, the French lad. Looks like a good player, by the way, but not Kerkez. Like Kerkez is unreal. Like if anyone's looked into like Kerkez's numbers, like the guy's unreal. Like this was from Fabrizio Romano today. There's been quite a bit from Fabrizio today. I feel like he's probably had to go on the Liverpool offensive because of Ornstein. So Richard Hughes had a big part of this story, preparing strategy, the perfect approach with the player Wirtz and his family, then reaching an agreement with Bayer Leverkusen without any long negotiations. Sensational job by Richard Hughes. Like the guy came into Liverpool and it was an absolute mess. Like, make no bones about it. On a scale of 1 to 10, Liverpool was probably a 9. It was an absolute mess. We didn't have a manager. We didn't have a director of football. Like, we didn't have, like, we literally just got a new COO. We got rid of all our backroom staff. Like, it looks like the academy's been a bit of a mess. It looks like the under-21s has been ran like a pub team recently. Like, the stadium was still getting sorted out. Like, there was a lot of stuff ongoing with Liverpool. Like, it was a bit of a mess. And we got him in. Actually, we were speaking to him 3 months before he came to Liverpool. And he was already doing some groundwork while he was at Bournemouth, while he was still doing the job at Bournemouth, apparently. And he was speaking to Trent. He spoke to Trent. That was the first phone call he made. Spoke to Trent about trying to get his contract renewed, like while he was at Bournemouth. And this is all common knowledge now. He obviously tried to deal with Salah and Mo, same player, Mo Salah and Virgil van Dijk. Then he's obviously got to find a manager. We didn't have a manager, remember? So he's got to find a manager, and then he's got to speak to the manager who's currently at a club. That manager didn't want to come, so then he had to go for another one, and he went for Arne Slot. Genius decision. Then obviously Arne Slot's not in the country, and he's also currently at a team trying to win the league. So he's already in a situation where he was there, dealt with all of that, came into Liverpool, like hit the ground running, didn't sign any players, by the way, sold a load of players, made loads of money, by the way, had to deal with a new sponsor, as in Nike leaving, Adidas coming. That had loads of negotiations. Then you got to shift out all of the old deadwood. Then he's got to bring all the new people in. Like, and then he's still got to deal with all the contract situations while we're still winning the league. And now we know, under all of that, while all that was happening, he was lining up Wirtz, he was lining up Frimpong, he was lining up Kerkez. Like, the guy's been an absolute monster. And he got Chiesa. Yeah, I know, but we didn't know about Chiesa, did we? We didn't know Chiesa couldn't sleep at night. Like, who would have known that Chiesa couldn't sleep at night? Like, did anyone else know that Chiesa couldn't sleep? That he had daymares? Did anyone else know that? I didn't know that. Like, obviously, Chiesa didn't tell the medical team that he didn't. And then you've also got the issue with all of the people that Slot wanted couldn't get work permits. So we had guys that were like doing Zoom calls as their job into Liverpool over the stretch of like the continents. And then you got Arne Slot like moving away from his family, and he's basically being in Liverpool on his own. Honestly, I just think Richard Hughes has been unbelievable. And the fact that he's taken away all of that burden away from Arne Slot, took it all away. Arne Slot could just go, yeah, I don't answer those questions. Ask Richard. Yeah, I speak to Richard daily, but ask him. Like, and guess what? Do you think speaking to Richard was a good idea daily? Because everybody's on the same song sheet. Everybody's pointing in the right direction. And we've just won the league, and now we are strengthening from a position of strength. Big up Richard Hughes. Big up Richard Hughes, and big up Arne Slot, and big up Michael Edwards for just doing the right stuff. Kudos. Give us a W in the chat, everyone. Give us a W in the chat, everyone, for Richard Hughes and Arnie Slot and Michael Edwards. W's everywhere. Telling you, that's what we're getting. W's everywhere. Also, big up for the super chat, Daryl. Big up, mate. Big up. Thank you very much. The amount of shows I keep on doing, Daryl, I might have to start paying for StreamYard. So yeah, I'll probably go scrounging. I'll probably do a GoFundMe on my channel for so I can pay for StreamYard. Arnie Slot is the PowerPoint manager. Well, I mean, unfortunately, I think Real Sociedad's manager is the PowerPoint manager because he showed Zubamendi the mountains. Like, I think he might be the master of PowerPoint. By the way, if you hadn't hit the like and subscribe, please do. There's over 200 of you in here. Hit the like and subscribe right now. Let's get the algorithm out. And if you haven't subscribed, why? Why haven't you subscribed? Why haven't you subscribed to the channel? If you're in here now and you're always in here and you haven't subbed, go and do it. It's free. Go and do it. It's free. And the more people that subscribe, my show gets out there more. I get more views and I get more enthused with the show and I start doing more things and I start getting guests on and I start putting a bit more effort into it. But if nobody subscribes, then why am I doing it? So hit the like and subscribe, please. Should be the first thing you do when you go into any channel that you watch. Any channel that you watch. I do it all the time. As soon as I go to a channel, football channel, I mean, I watch other stuff as well, but mainly football channels. First thing I do, hit the like, and I make sure I'm subscribed because I'm in there watching it. And I also make sure that the bell's being ticked, because if the bell's being ticked, then you get a notification that I'm online. And sometimes I do stuff online quickly, just like today. Like I've got an hour to spare, so popped it in. I might do a little bit longer now, actually. I'm in a good mood. I'll do a couple of shout outs while I'm here. Big up LFC Monster. Big up Liverpool Goals TV. Big up Dan Henio. Big up Justin. I don't think I said your name before. Big up John. No, is he off? Is he off to Madrid? No way. Oh my God. If he's off to Madrid, I'm going to laugh my ass off. No, there's been so much talk about him going to Arsenal. Arsenal have just landed the biggest Martin Zubamendi transfer advantage. Oh, it's still going on. Like, it's still going on. Like, they're going to pay over the contract odds, aren't they? For Zubamendi. They're probably gonna like import. They're probably gonna import like a mountain. They're gonna like build a mountain like near his house. So when he looks out the window, it looks like he's seeing the Spanish mountains. Like that's what they're gonna do. Are they gonna have like AI or CGI mountains for him? Big up Alexander. Hope you're well. Who else have we got in here? Big up Joshua. Big up man like Jav. Big up David. Big up Tony. Good to have you on board, mate. Big up Paul. Big up me. Big up Christian. Who else have we got? Any more? Oh my God, there's so many of you in here. Sorry, man. Big up Spain. Any more? Oh my God, there's so many people in here. Oliver, big up Oliver. Big up Lars. Not seen you in here before. Big up from Copenhagen. If you haven't liked and subscribed, please do. And if you do subscribe, let me know. And everyone can welcome you because we've got lots of wonderful people in here. Big up Emil and also big up KD. Bit more news. What have we got now? We have got this was from Build. Final fixed fee plus achievable bonuses over 5 years. 118 million. The interesting thing about this one is everybody's assumed that 5 years is the contract. I don't think that's the contract length. I think that's the achievable bonuses, like over 5 years. So I think that's what it is. I'm not sure that it's the contract length. Big up Edwards, and also big up Hyatt. I tried to add you as a mod, but it won't let me. So I don't know. Like, and if you do want to be a mod, please let me know. Not in the comments here, but in the comments on my YouTube page. Okay. So if you want to be a mod, put it in my comments on the YouTube page, not the comments here, the actual comments under the video. Okay. Do that, and then I'll add you. But you also need to open up your notifications that I can add you, because you need to open up that I can make you a mod. Otherwise, I can't. Also, big up Mabweezy. Hope I said that right. More on Florian. How art thou, Florian? 126 million compromise. That's from the Echo. I'm not going to go into much on that. I've got more stuff here. This one is from. So I did want to talk about Luis Diaz. I mean, did anyone see his goal, by the way? Like, absolute banger. Luis Diaz really annoys me when he plays for Colombia. Does he annoy you when he plays for Colombia? Because he really annoys me when he plays for Colombia. Because I watched Luis Diaz play for Colombia, and I just think, why don't you just do that for us? Like why don't you just like dribble past like 4 players and score bangers like that for us? Like, and he has genuinely got the best song ever. Like, I sung that song so many times when I went back home for the celebrations. Like, it's just a banger of a tune. I agree. So there's rumors that Diaz, I mean, I can't confirm or deny this, by the way, but there is rumors that Diaz has already spoken to Barcelona and agreed on contract terms with Barcelona 4 months ago. Okay. There's rumors that this has happened, and Liverpool are willing to sell him for £70 million. And there's a couple of different options which we have suggested to Barcelona. However, their original offer of 40 million was just laughed out the room. And it wasn't 40 million pounds, it was 40 million euros. Okay. Barcelona offered 40 million euros for Luis Diaz. Okay. That got laughed out the room. Okay. There's a couple of options on the table. Barcelona offered us some players, which we didn't want. Yeah. So we didn't want their players because they were crap. And one of them was the central defender called Christensen, who we didn't want. And another one was not Ansi Fasu. God, who's that winger? We got offered another winger who's not even in there. He's not even in their first team. Anyway, and they also offered us some other player as well. That's no good. Is it Peter? Is it? Hang on, I'll give you his name. 2 seconds. They signed him not last season, the season before. He's a winger. 2 seconds. Anyway, we got offered 3 different players from Barcelona, which we turned down, and 40 million euros. So we went back to Barcelona and said no, obviously. And we've given them a couple of options. Why isn't Barcelona coming up? Barcelona. Yeah, it is. So we've given them a couple of options. One of them was they pay the full price, which is 70 million quid. Another one is they give us Fermin Lopez. You've just wrote it in the chat. Yeah. They give us either Fermin Lopez, Araujo. I said that name right or wrong. I'm not sure. The other player we looked at was Oh God, what's his name? Ferran Torres and Rafinha. Yeah, I know. That's a great swap, isn't it? And they said no, obviously, because they didn't want to get rid of their good players. Why would they want to get rid of their good players? They want to get rid of their rubbish players. So basically, they said they're gonna try and sell some of their lesser players. Yeah, Andres Christensen we got offered. Eric Garcia was another player we were offered. He's not even in their team. Oh, Paul Victor. I did say Victor, didn't I? Yeah. Paul Victor was the other player. And there was another player who I can't find. Maybe he's not even in the first team. Maybe he's in the reserves. But there was another player who I can't find that was offered as well. Anyway, we said no. We give them a price, 70 million. They said they'll go and look at maybe selling some of their players, bloody bar. Yeah. We've also given them an option of potentially signing the player. Yeah. He stays at Liverpool for another year and then he goes to Barcelona for the fixed fee. But they pay 40 million euros now. We keep him at Liverpool for another year and then he moves to Barcelona next year and then they pay the rest of the money. That was the other option, which Barcelona haven't said no to, by the way. So he might end up at Barcelona next year and we might keep him this year and get 40 million. And then we can obviously invest that money elsewhere and then he goes to Barcelona next year. Because how we see it is with the money they offered in 40 million euros, we could sell him for 40 million euros next year with a year on his contract. That's just it. We could get 40 million euros next year off Barcelona. So the option is you give us 40 million now and you can have him next year. And we keep him for a year. So that's kind of the Keita deal. Yeah, like the Keita deal. And guess who sorted out the Keita deal, by the way? That would be Michael Edwards. Funny that. So anyway, they're the options anyway. He's not going to Saudi Arabia. He doesn't want to go. Same with Nunes. Doesn't want to go to Saudi Arabia. I mean, fair play to them, mate. Fair play to the fact that they're not going to sell their soul and they're not going for the bag. They've still got ambition and they still want to win stuff. Fair play to them. Fair play the fact that Luis Diaz wants to go and play for Barcelona. I've got nothing against players having ambition. And we've spoken to Luis Diaz and he's still going to give it his all. He's still going to play hard. He's still going to be Luis Diaz, work his nuts off. He's not going to kick up a stink. And all of this stuff about Luis Diaz being on really low wages. Luis Diaz is on nearly 100,000. Okay. I think I think the wage thing is being taken out of proportion a bit much. He's not on 50 grand. He's on like 90 something grand, honestly. Do a bit more research on the Luis Diaz wages. He's on more than you think. Okay. Anyway, and also Luis Diaz being on the left side helps Cody Gakpo because Cody Gakpo doesn't ghost as much because he knows if he doesn't play well, he's got another guy waiting to get in. Or if he doesn't play well, he's got another guy waiting to get in. So the pair of them bounce off each other. And if we've only got the money for one forward, as in Ekitike, we probably do want to keep Diaz because he played pretty well in the number 9. Because Jota's scored 1 goal since January. Can we all be honest about this? I like Jota. I think he's a great player. He's been brilliant for Liverpool in the past. But the guy scored 1 goal since January. He has been absolutely dreadful. It's just been dreadful. Like, and sometimes you just have to move on. Like, you just have to go somewhere else. Like, and I'm not having Nunes anywhere near this Liverpool team next season. And potentially, I wouldn't mind Jota moving as well. If there's an option for him to go back to Wolves, it'd be great if we could take it. Like, it'd be great if we could take it. And Chiesa, unfortunately, is not going to be a Liverpool player next season. Like, there's a number of players that are going to leave the club, and they're leaving the club because we are moving on to better things and we are signing better players. Like, so many people have got this Elliot love that this guy is amazing and he needs more game time. Well, guess what? Florian Wirtz is younger than Harvey Elliott. So tell me how good Harvey Elliott is. Tell me how good Harvey Elliott is, because Florian Wirtz is younger than him. Tell me. Tell me how good this guy is. Because Wirtz has played only about 50 games more than Harvey Elliott, and he's got 136 GA. Elliott's played like 150 plus games for Liverpool, and he's got less goals and assists than Trent in one season under Klopp. Like, we have to be real. Like, we have to be real here now. Like we've just won the league. We're looking to win the league again, and we're looking to maybe nab a Champions League next season. We genuinely are. Like, we're buying players that are needle movers. We're buying players that are much, much better than the players that we currently have in the squad. And these guys need to move on. Like, your Jotas, your Nunes, your Elliots, your Quansas, your Dokes, your Chiesas, your Simicasses, your Tyler Mortons, like your Cade Gordons. Like, I don't know where else we go. Like, you know, your Owen Becks, like your Nat Phillips, your Reece Williams. Like, you need to move all these guys on now. These are all just taking space. They're taking up space. And if we are going to start signing these fantastic wonder kids or players that are about to hit that, you know, they're about to go from 19 to 20 or 18 to 19, and they've been nurtured and played repeatedly in different leagues for different teams, and we go and take them, sign me up, because our academy has been absolute pony. It's been absolute pony for a long time. Like, we are producing injury-prone players on a regular basis for the last couple of years. Like, the reason why Harvey Elliott hasn't been injury, I mean, he has been injury-prone, let's be honest. Like, every time he starts a season, he gets a big injury. So he is kind of injury-prone, but just unfortunate injury-prone. But you got Ramsey, you've got Doak, you've got Gordon, you've got Dans, you've got like Owen Beck, you've got Morton, you've got Bradley. There's so many players just picking up injuries consistently, back injuries, thigh injuries, hamstrings. Like, honestly, like, go and get your Trey Ione, go and get your Amara Nallo, go and get your Rio Gigamoa, go and get those guys. Because guess what? They never came from our academy. And guess what? They're not injury prone. They're not injury prone. They don't get injuries. Trey's not been injured. Nallo's not been injured. Rio Gigamoa's not been injured. But who we got? We got Jayden Dans. Oh, how well's Jayden Dans done? How many games has Jayden Dans played? On my hand. Like, I rate Dans as well. But the guy's always injured. The guy went on loan to Middlesbrough and never played a game because he did his back in. And I'm sorry, but who's just got another injury? Who's just had an operation? Oh, I know, Stefan Bajcetic, the guy that everybody thinks is going to be the successor in the DM position. Another player, come through the ranks, constantly injured. Look, we just sacked our under-21 manager, and we just sacked our under-18 manager, Sunderland. Yeah, Sunderland, sorry. Sunderland, not Middlesbrough. Close. They're only about 10 miles apart. But we just got rid of the youth team, like the youth team coaches, like moving on to bigger, better things, doing things with our academy that we should be doing. And it's called buying players from other academies, because our academy is crocked. So many injuries coming through in that academy. Like, fingers crossed, Connor Bradley makes it. Fingers crossed he makes it, honestly. Because the signs have not been good for Connor Bradley with injuries. They have not been good. It is. I mean, there's some good players who come out of it. I'm not saying they haven't. Some good players have come out of it, but they're all injury prone. All of them. Like, I'm even starting to think that McConnell could be another one. Like, I rate McConnell as well, but I mean, I was looking at celebrations. He was on crutches. Like, they're all on crutches. They're all got these boots on, and like they're all walking around on crutches and boots, these kids. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, that's our academy. Like, what's happening with these guys? Who's looking after these? Like, they shouldn't be getting injured all the time. They shouldn't all be getting operations and back injuries. And, you know, I'm like, seriously? Like, sort it out. And Slot's probably had enough. He's probably seen enough. Like, anyway, that was my little rant on the academy. What else have I got for you? Yeah, there's stuff about like Al Nassr looking to spend like 97 million euros on Diaz. I just don't see it happening. Like, I just don't see those two going to Saudi at all. And I know we all thought they would, but I just don't see it. Like, I'm not one that's thinking that one's going to happen. I am one that's thinking this might happen though. Joe Gomez to Aston Villa. I think that's one that could have legs. I know Aston Villa were looking at defenders, and Joe Gomez would be a really good fit. He's also really good friends with Enzi Konsa, because I think he came through the academy with him back at Charlton. So that could be an interesting one that might develop. And Villa have got a bit of money. Like, I know they haven't got a huge amount of money because of PSR, but it's an interesting one. Newcastle are looking at Ramsey from Villa, so they might get some money for him, and then maybe they've got some money for Gomez. Yeah, I do think Cons is quite good, actually. I do quite rate him. Good shout though. Oh, Charlton Academy. I did say Charlton, didn't I? I did say Charlton. I'm pretty sure I said Charlton. I may well have got a few things mixed up today, but yeah, I think I did say Charlton. 5 Liverpool stars that are likely to leave once Wirtz and Kerkes are completed. And this is in the Mirror. So it says that, like, we're looking to recoup 200 million. So obviously these two cost, those 3 players come to about 180 million in total. So we're looking to move on. Where are the 3 players? So Elliot, Federico Chiesa, Juventus looking at him. They're not. There's a couple of teams that are looking at Chiesa. Most teams in Italy, to be honest. Darwin Núñez, Kostas Tsimikas, like I mentioned. Joe Gomez. Yeah, that was the 5. Yeah, sounds about right, but there's more. there's plenty more. I actually think Quansah and Elliott will go before those. I actually think they'll be the ones that go a bit earlier. I think what's really interesting as well is like everybody's getting really like hung up on this window that's just happened. Like this was a transfer window that nobody was prepared for. Like Hughes and Edwards didn't plan on this transfer window being a window where we were going to sign loads of players, because it was only opened up recently that other teams that win the Club World Cup could buy players. So this little window wasn't one that we were actually moving and shaking in. Like the one that's coming up is the one that we'll be doing all the business in. But it's the fact that, oh well, it's here and we've already done a lot of the groundwork. Well, we might as well just get those signings done, and then they can go on holiday, which is fine. Like it makes a lot of sense. But this isn't the window that we need to do our business in. Like we could have done it in the next one. And everybody like having meltdowns that we haven't signed all these players in this window needs to just calm down, because the next window is the actual transfer window. Like this was like a little, like a small one before the big one. I found this one quite interesting. Where was this? This was, yeah. So this was from South American media. So this is Mundo Deportivo. Barcelona all out on Luis Diaz. I think Luis Diaz will end up at Barcelona. Like I genuinely believe he'll end up at Barcelona, but I just don't know when. Like maybe it'll be this year, maybe it'll be next year. I'll big up 12th man. Hope you're well. If you're going live, let me know and I'll divert everyone to you, mate. Okay. So let me know if you're going live and I'll divert everyone to you because I'm finishing soon. All right. Let me know, mate. What else have I got? No. So I'm pretty much done with all of the news. What I found really wild is PSG are looking to sell Donnarumma. Did you know that? Like, isn't that crazy? Yeah, I know about the Osherman. I know about Osherman. I actually asked Lewis Steele, by the way, about Osherman, and he said that it wasn't that close in January. I had it on authority that Osherman was 24 hours away from being a Liverpool player. But Lewis Steele said it wasn't as close as everyone thinks. And he didn't say if Osherman was going to be one that we go for this time round. There's a Nigerian reporter which has said that Liverpool will sign Osherman in June. They'll go back. But Ekitike's come along now, and Ekitike is available. Like Ekitike's already said goodbyes. Like if we can get Ekitike for 70 million, because look, they sold Mamouche for 65. Mamouche had 2 good seasons with them, and they sold him for 65. I think we'll probably get him for similar money. Like I genuinely do. Like if we got him for 65, 70, then I'm happy with that. I'm really happy with that. I think he'll get 20 goals, 25 goals a season, but I also think he'll provide assists, and he'll take the burden off a number of players. We've got a lot of players then who can score goals and assist each other, like as in Salah, Wirtz, and obviously Ekitike. Not so much Diaz, but Cody can assist. Like that whipped ball he puts into the back post is just unreal. I would prefer Osherman because I think Osherman's just an elite baller. Like we all sit there. I've said this many times. We all sit there and we wonder how Haaland scores with like a flying kick into the top bin, or he just completely dominates a defense. Like brushes defenders off like they're not there, or just goes in and just takes a game by the scruff of the neck and scores 2 or 3 goals, and he's just absolute nightmare to deal with. That's what Osimhen is. Osimhen's the same. He's the same. He can score overhead kicks. He can score flying kicks. Like, I've seen him score like a goal where he was stood one direction and flicked it over his head with his back heel while stood upright, and it went in the top bin. And you're just like, that's just won a game. Like, we got nobody who can do stuff like that. Even Mo can't do stuff like that. Like, having a guy that can just go and win you a game with just utter madness, and the opposition have played really well, and they've kept you at arm's length the whole game, and then Osimhen just does something mental, like just racks one in from like 35 yards, nearly breaks the goal, and then just stands there, and you're like, yeah, that's just elite. Like, you just can't train that into a player. You either got it or you haven't. And there's only a few that have. Like, one of them's Haaland, one of them's Osimhen, one of them's Mbappe. Like, you know, Dembele can do it. There's potentially a few that can do it. Your Messi's, your Suarez's, Alvarez can do it. There's a few that can do it, but this guy's available. Like, just go and buy him. Like, literally, just go and buy him. Like, 60 million quid. Go and get done. Like, go and get done. Like, put the prize in the bag. The guy's going to score you 30 goals. He scored 37 goals this season. 37 goals this season. Like, put the fries in the bag. Get me Osimhen. I've convinced myself again. Oh man. Okay, so I'm going to do a quick refresh, see what's about, and then we're out of here. Marseille have signed Angel Gomez. So much for him going to Manchester United, eh? Trent will wear the number 12 shirt, in case you didn't know. He's not even going to get a squad number. Trent's not even getting a squad number. He's getting number 12. Like, he's not even getting a squad number. Oh my God, that makes me laugh. TAA 12. What an absolute rat. Number 12. Jesus, that's made my day, honestly. Manchester United are considering a proposal to swap Joshua Zirkzee for Victor Osimhen. I mean, come on. I mean, if Manchester United can get rid of Zirkzee to Napoli for Osimhen, then we should be able to get rid of Nunes to Napoli, because he's better than Zirkzee. I'm sorry, like, but as much as Darwin Nunes is garbage, he's better than Zirkzee. Honestly, if we're not involved in that, if we are not involved in offloading Nunes for Osimhen, then I have no idea what we're playing at, because we nearly signed the guy in January. Surely because we nearly signed him in January means we wanted him. And we wanted him to replace Nunes. That was the reason why we went for him. We went for him to replace Nunes. So if we can get rid of Nunes for Osimhen, and it won't cost us a penny, then go and do it. Instead of just go and get it done. What? Yeah, Trent's got number 12. Trent's got number 12 shirt. Anyway, I'm out of it. 12th man, let me know in the chat if you're live now, and I'll divert everyone to you, mate. Just hang on, everyone, for a sec while I just see who's live. Please hang on while I just see who's live. Obviously, I'm live. Who is live? Okay, Irishman's finished. An Irishman, I couldn't divert you anyway. Who is live? 2 seconds, everybody. By the way, while you're waiting, hit the like and subscribe, please. Go and do that right now. It helps with the algorithm. Let me see who I can divert you to. Is 12th man. Okay, I can't even see who is live. All right, I'm just going to send you all to the football terrace. Okay, I'm going to send you all to the football terrace. Just write in Kmat Raid and go and enjoy. Terry's talking about Victor Gyökeres, who we're not going to touch with a barge pole, by the way, and rightly so, because the guy seems to score loads of goals against crap teams and 20 penalties. I've looked into him now. Not a massive fan. Yeah, go and oh, hang on. 12 man's 9:30. Oh, God. Hang on a sec. Let me. It's 9:30. I want to go now. Can somebody put 12th man's link in the chat, please? Scottish, can you put 12th man's link in the chat? I can't find him. I can't find him. Mate, we don't sign players who have attitude problems. Absolutely right. Absolutely right, we don't. Can somebody put his link in the chat? Actually, that's a good point. He did score a hat-trick against 115. That's a very good point. Let me bear with me. Sorry, 12th man. Okay, so 12th man isn't the 12th man because that's not his channel. There is an actual 12th man. I want to divert to his channel. I really want to divert to his channel, but I can't bloody find him. Right, where is he? Where is he? 12th man. Okay, so at the 12th man. Sorry, everyone. I'm trying to do a diverse to my friends. Yeah, that's me on Echo. Let me divert you now. God. Bear with me. Bear with me. Let me remove that. Let me add a direct. Let me search for. Let me search for the 12th man. There it is. Upcoming. He still hasn't given me privileges. He still haven't given me privileges. Jesus Christ. Okay, you haven't given me privileges, so it's still going to. Sorry, you still haven't given me privileges, 12th man. You still haven't given me privileges, so I can't divert to you, mate. You need to give me privileges. Anyway, I'm out of here, guys. All right. Go and enjoy Football Terrace and also write KMAC Raid in there. All right. Enjoy Terry's show, and I will see you all later. I am out of here. Big up.